first things first, all sorts of different levels here of people, so I can't control where everyone's at, so please govern yourself as you go through this stuff. Any injuries you have, anyone here under 12 or 15? Who here has more injuries than they have on their fingers, right? Again, you got your laundry list of it, so please take care of yourself as we do this. This section is going to be focused on the differences really of flexibility and mobility and how to use modern training methods with what you do in your classes, especially geared around people that would be your black belt and above students. My general concept is, if you have a color belt, and kids, that's why kids are so fun to train. If you give kids your curriculum, the curriculum's good, over time what happens? They get better, right? It's great. When you get older, it doesn't happen so much, right? We have a lot more difference. We've been through everything, we've been through our training, so we do need some targeted approaches to do this, to stay both injury, pain-free, and actually make progress. So who knows the difference between flexibility and mobility? Who knows? Yes, we got one.
Mobility is don't shit all activity in order to maintain the performance for it.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Well, I'm going to structure it along the lines of being functional, meaning what we're using it for. I would say, yes, go ahead.
It's flexibility or muscle mobility days.
I like that also. A really easy concept to think about is flexibility is passive through your range of motion, right? So my 2-year-old daughter is flexible. Pull that thing, lift that over her head, right? She's great. So her back flip's at 6, right? It's not powerful. So mobility is going to have power and strength through the end ranges. So for most of us, we're actually looking for mobility when we train, not just being able to do a high kick that stinks. Does that sound fair? So if we look at that then, that mobility is resistance training. That's probably the biggest concept I believe with. If we're going to try and create power through the end range of our motion, how do we create power? No different than any other training program we would do as far as the weight training program. Before we get into it, we're going to do a quick piece to start. I don't want to sit up here and talk too much. I want to get moving, and we'll talk as we go. I think it'll be a little better way to learn. Sound good, yes, sir? Good. From here, everyone get a little space, please. We're going to do a quick piece that I got from Dr. Jason Long. Who knows Jason? So this is one that I do. It's a non-negotiable. Basically, every training session I do, they get a little space. It's called deep squat mobility. What we're going to look for here is an assessment based on our own body of how everything's feeling and what to target and what to avoid. If you have kids, your general warm-up's going to be sufficient, right? You're going to be sufficient. If you have people you trained a long time, you most likely know what they're doing. But for us on any day to be able to go head to toe, top to bottom, and understand what we have to improve on is really critical to maximize our training session. So easiest way to get in the squatting stance in the world is just kick your feet up and slam them to the ground. The reason you do this with your students, no one does this, right? So pick them up one more time, pick them up 1, 2. First things first, we'll do the abbreviated version here. Hips, arms out, our hips are gonna go back, stack, backwards, our hamstrings tight, our legs are straight, eyes are forward. Go until you feel tightness. I don't want you to feel this. From here, go ahead and round your back a little bit. You still have the pressures off your hamstrings. So know that people compensate by doing that. So stand tall one time again. We don't want to have that rounding in the back. I don't care how far you go, but when you feel the tension, that is our muscle stretching and actually improving. So that's a good thing. So from here, sit back, and our hamstrings nice and tight. From here, once you get that position, now our knees are going to bend, tracking over our toes. Send the knees down. Just go down as low as you can. It's early, we all traveled. We're good. From here, down the bottom, you take your right arm and turn your torso. You have some thoracic rotation up to the right. And turn it up to the left. And from here, the last piece, so I do this, and keep this thing all like this shape here. From here, take both your arms up. I want you to feel this. Take your thumbs forward and feel how that rounds your back. That's the thoracic part of our back. Now turn your thumbs back. You still have the middle part to lock in. That's called the thoracic part of our spine. We're going to focus a lot on that today. And stand. Okay, so this is great, easy. Who felt that in their hips? Raise your hand. Who felt that in their knees? Achilles, ankles, neck, thoracic. Everyone has a different answer, right? That's why this is such an easy, quick diagnostic tool to do, because if we're going to go from basically, let's say we got off the plane, we're about to train, we probably should need to know what the junk is we got to work through, right? Otherwise, we're just going to go through the same stuff, it's the same training protocol, not to be anything clean. Let's go through it again. Here, feet underneath our hips, slow it down, 1, 2, arms out, hips go back, nice and tight. From here, wiggle the knees down and underneath and nice and up. Good. From here at the bottom where your person's knees out, right arm is going to turn up as high as you can. The left arm is going to turn up as high as you can from here. Both arms up. I'm going to turn the thumbs forward to fill that thoracic part. This middle part of my back around. We want it flat, so thumbs back and up and stand. Awesome. Better. Feel better second time? Should do. We'll go through one more time. Repeat it. Just one more time. Please swap mobility. Arms out. Lift it back, 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 back. Down and in. Bring those hips down. All to the bottom. Push the knees out. We'll lift the pelvis from here. Rotation to the right. Rotation to the left. Then both arms up. Thumbs back. And stand. Okay. Compared to the first one, the big concept we'll do is same, better, worse. As we do a warm-up protocol, we should feel a change. Otherwise, then it's just the same telling one of your students, like, you're doing good because you're sweating. Are they better at Taekwondo? So I'm constantly thinking about that. Is someone actually getting better at this, or are we just killing time and making them do busy work? If that's the case, let's do a bunch of burpees and call it a day. Right? You're not better at Taekwondo than that. So I want to focus on that. So we feel better for a couple reps. That first one, meaning your depth was lower, your heels were closer to the ground, a little less feet pain. 200? All right. Great. Okay. So if we look at mobility as weight training here, the pieces we're going to do are going to be correlated with what you take. So we're going to take a little bit, be comfortable in what you're doing. We're not going to pick out crazy. You're just enough to feel that change also. Modern muscular hypertrophy training, where making changes to your muscle fibers, right? Old concept. Give us old ideas of how we got strong and made progress. Lowers and pull, juxtaposing is what we're doing. Who wants to throw out some stuff? What you would do to tell someone to get stronger, more mobile, more flexible? Yes.
No pain, no gain.
No pain, no gain. Let's do it, right? What else? A bunch of reps, right? There's more you have a burn, right? We have to do more and more. So what happens is, as you progress in Taekwondo, those movements we call them become aerobic. And there's nothing wrong with aerobic. If you're running 5 miles, how much actual muscular fatigue and damage is that? It's truly aerobic, meaning it's consistent. Middle, right? Like runners look like runners. And push trap looks like push trap. Even though you can run, right? Like there's a difference in those. So the modern approach is actually built less around reps and volume. I mean, you have to do this many repetitions of something. But as you do more and more reps, it becomes more and more aerobic. Again, take running. Running, you're doing this movement over and over, and it stops burning quite as much in your legs. And it's aerobic. But once it's aerobic, is there a big change? It's not a change because it's consistent. So people want what's called reps in reserve, meaning modern methods show that leading sets, even with mobility, with somewhere between 1 to 4 reps remaining with good quality is where you want to focus. So what that means is tension and stress. What happens if you don't have enough stress in your life? What happens? There's no stress. If I don't want any stress, what happens to you? You get soft? Complacency, right? Happens to our body too. Not enough stress. What happens if there's too much stress? Way too much. You take a yellow belt and you're like, go teach class. What happens to him? Keep his pants and quits. Yes, exactly. So we need enough stress. That's what this concept is. Not falling, and I don't care how much you do. It's going to do it to where there's enough of a stimulus to create change. All right? So next piece, let's say we go for the deep squat. It's going to be a quick flow. I want to do a 4-minute kind of prep flow. I'm going to set a timer. I'll show the pieces here. Because follow along with me. The first one, I'll show you all the pieces here. But okay, so everyone can go on the ground. We'll walk through these real quickly. We'll do it as a way to kind of keep the general warm-up good. This first one's called a thoracic reach. Everyone from all our knees. This is our movement prep. From here, it's arm behind your head. We're rotating our elbow, kind of to our forearm, as you can see, and jack up. Nice and easy. We'll start off easy movement. We're going to get good stuff. Here's kind of the side there, from a thoracic reach, side to side. Okay. Great. Number 2 is a hip pause. So come up later in the session. From here, you get the hips activated. Knees are going to turn up, and follow me. It's going to turn out, around, back is down. And one more time. Up, out, back, turn around, try the underleg real quick, up, out. Yes, just like the fire hydrant there. I know you think it's all good.
It's quite so they ate them. Shrinkage. Aggressive.
Yeah, that's awesome. From here, the next one's going to be a lunge and a release through. So here, when I get this forward lunge position, I'll be pushing on that back knee. The hip flexion, we'll pay a lot of attention to hip flexion. We're going to be thoracic today. So it's going to be from here 1 and up 2, nice and tall, right? 1, reach through 1, And two, it is okay. We're not cranking on the hip flexor, just enough tension. This is general press, right? General press to do this. You're up, try the other side too real quick. One, sit up. A couple, you can get some more reps here in a second. Right. Next one, pivot stretch, everyone's on the ground. You get your front shin is going to be perpendicular to your body. So my chin is not tucked in, my heel out. My back leg, my hips will be straight. I should get on the stage to show everyone. This one really quickly. So it's here. The fault we see is the hips want to turn this way. I want my hips to turn in and my shin here. So that way when I come down, you'll feel it in the glutes in the side of the body. So try that here. And you can feel the difference in your hips open and then turn those hips in for my shin and my hips are even to each other. Bring your chest down to the ground. And bring that front foot out a little bit. So I don't want the foot in here, I want the foot out so there's actually like a right angle on the leg. Let's try that a few stretches to each side.
It's supposed to not to do all your best.
Flip foot, that's honestly now, focus.
Let's see here. All right.
Okay. Awesome. Next one, same form, everyone's done this form, leg straight, arm straight, hamstring, you really big focus. You go through here. You know what? We're going to end up with people's heads where they don't belong. So we're going to scratch an inchworm. We're going to Samson stretch. And I want to talk about this one real quick. So Samson stretch, everyone grab your hands up. You're going to lunge out here, one. And you're going to rotate towards your front knee. I'll come back up just to show a couple of these. Your arms up, one, and rotating here towards the front knee here. Go ahead and try one, and try on the other side. One, and two. Okay, two now is really good flow. Yeah, we can look here, please. Yes, please. Awesome. So this is going to be a big focus here of mobility needs to be integrated with our body. When there are correctives, meaning there's an issue with what we're doing, as in this thoracic part of my spine, we have our different parts of our back. This middle part here, you'll see rounding when people try and pick higher. Yes? All the time. How many photos do you see trying to have that happen? And the power muted and the photo doesn't look great. So if it is a corrective or something we're trying to get ready with, we want smaller pieces. Eventually, once we can do it all right, meaning the movement should be integrated and doing all of it together. Watch my back here. The piece here, one up, arms are up, and I rotate here. What angle do you see my arms at? A little forward, right? Right here. But this is really good mobility. This is what we want to look for. This middle part of your back, and I come around and push. Lunge out, one. Up here, nice and tall, rotate towards that front knee. See this line here? It's really good mobility here in the thoracic. Thank you so much. Give a round of applause. Lunge out, one, and then two, rotated towards the front leg. You should feel it in this middle part. It rhymes with thoracic, so it's the thoracic part of his back. Good, then rotate to the other side.
So, you know, there's no swing here. So, I'll do it. Just the good toss. That in guard. Because kid, it's the green. What was that?
Okay, so I'll stay up here for this part. I'm going to set a timer. We're going to do a quick flow here. It'll take 4 minutes. So it'll be about 20 seconds of reps, 10 seconds for me to go over what the next piece is. It's not high intensity. We're warming up. As far as a general warm-up, this is general, right? Nothing super specific that you can tell it's Taekwondo related. How do we know our warm-up's done?
Yeah.
There's one super easy rule. How do you know your general warm-up's done? Because we can keep going. We run around the block, do a bunch of push-ups. How do we know our warm-up's done? The general warm-up.
Sit down. How much was it?
Sweat, okay, it's not a bad idea. You can sweat, what else?
Heart rate.
Heart rate's up. Easiest thing you can know, you're ready to do your sport. So can you kick like you want to kick right now? Probably not, right? Like as if I was like, go on stage, show me your best kick. What would you say? I gotta give me 5 minutes. Right? Exactly, you're not ready to do your sport. So we want to save as much time as we can for actual training and getting our bodies ready and making improvements. So the general warm-up can't be nothing, right? But I don't need it to go on for half of class. All right, so from here, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. We're going to start on our knees with the thoracic reach. We'll do 10 seconds here, and I'll say switch. It'll be pretty informal 20 seconds, so I might take a few extra seconds on one side. Just so we're good. On my count, here we go. I'm going to trust you time that out. And here we go. And in 3, 2, 1. Now let's go side one. It's nice and easy, yeah. And I'll say switch when it's time to switch. The rotation, that thoracic part of our back is super big and important for us. And other arm, the other side there, you go, nice and easy. You'll probably get about 4 to 6 reps in. It's great.
Top man.
Good, go ahead and rest. Next one up you can watch me is the hip car. That's again from all fours, knees up, out, over, and back. I do expect that range of motion to increase. Okay, here we go, ready? And hip car, right leg, go ahead, or first leg, whatever you want. Up, over, back, and down.
Pause period. Good. Okay.
Good job. Other leg there.
I think there's always been. Yeah, don't ask. No, we're very tested to the foundation of money. Here, what's that?
Awesome. Relax. Excellent. Next piece is going to be that forward lunge with the reach through. So we're in here, push on the hip flexor. 1 and up, and go first arm. Go ahead, nice and easy. 1 and 2.
Help them.
Excellent.
Go on.
Good. And switching sides now. Other leg. Take a couple extra seconds here.
Go on and do.
And try to do as big of an opening rotation as you can. Will be superior. And relax. I'll show you good. Next one's going to be Samson stretch. That same idea. That thoracic part of our back is going to be a big focus here. I'll explain why after this goes over. Lunge out 1 and under. We'll alternate legs every set here. And go ahead. Lunge out 1 and twisting towards your front knee with the arms straight and up if you can, and rotating back. That is superior. Inferior would be here. Right? Superior arms are straight, torso's tall, rotating through the front leg. Keep rotating through. Awesome. We do one more each side, nice and easy.
Mark.
Awesome. Relax. So now let's say we did that. We could have gone through a little longer, but you get the idea. If you went through this, would you be ready to start training now?
So,
I think so. Job done. The warm-up's over, and now we get to actually making improvements in our ability. I want to do a quick test, retest of the deep squat.
So this question, just do you have one for the hamstrings, the pursuits that have really tight hamstrings?
Of course, two. A big one. Let's get a little space. Let's do an inchworm real quick. We're going to do a PNF stretch with a partner here for the axial part. So, now we'll just go to that in a second.
You're fine.
You're cool. Pretty cool. We just jumped out in a second. Or do you need it now? Need it now? I'll give it to you now. Give it now. Okay. Let's go back to the deep squat again. I want to see. Try and feel the difference where we were 10 minutes ago with your body feeling tight Achilles, ankles, calves, low back. The thoracic part, I'm going to keep coming back to this. We have 2 vectors through our body. They go from the top arm here, all the way down our fascia, that means our skin, our muscles across our body, down here to the ankles and Achilles. This one goes across here, down to here. So where do they meet? Right here, right? Exactly. So that's why you see where do people, they curl in here. Where do we sit all day? Your clients and students are all in here, right? So it's smart. When our kicks are bad, meaning we're immobile, we're tight, hamstrings are tight, where is it expressed? The hamstrings, core, glutes under. Now where are we? So it's a big underutilized thing, and then the expression of it is this. Sorry, kick. And we hammer on areas. This one usually gets underlooked a lot. So we'll focus a bunch of these drills around that. Make sense? So let's do squat one more time, feet underneath our hips. 1 and 2. Arms are out. Hips back. Bend the knees out and down. And here all the way low. You can try and really low about all this. Right arm up, big rotation now. Left arm up, big rotation. Both arms up. Again, thumbs back, lock that in. And stand. It's so beautiful, man. Awesome job. Okay, awesome. Good. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to do a little kicking. We're going to do a kick, a little test, retest like I do with the squat to make sure we feel and notice improvement in this, not just me saying everyone's doing it.
Man, quadric kick. Touch more.
Honestly, it gets better. The first one will be round kick. I'm going to get a partner for this drill. So get someone, here's the rule. If you don't know their middle name, you can be their partner. If you know their middle name, you cannot be their partner. With their partner, if you just want to throw a couple round kicks back and forth, just, again, I want not all-time best round kicks, not like you're in the Olympics, aren't you? Just, you're the Olympians, so I don't want to break someone's jaws, right? That's really heavy limbs in there, it's really crazy. But just give me a couple kicks each leg so you can get the feel where we're going when I talk about it. So pick one person first, do a couple round kicks, other person give me a couple round kicks. Nice and easy. Yeah, easy, yeah. Okay, so our first concept is that all mobility training is resistance training. They're not separate. If you do weight training properly, it is your mobility work. The issue is, everyone's kind of weight training ends up looking like bodybuilders training, which is not integrated. Meaning bodybuilders, if you're going to go on stage, do a show, we call segmented. I'm going to focus on my bicep, I'm going to crush it in the ground, and it's going to grow, right? That doesn't work for us in our sport. Our thing is to be integrated, because when we kick, it is your full body. Any kick you throw is going to be your full body moving through space and distance to try and create as much impact in your opponent. Talking about kicking that way, whether it's poop, say the same thing. It's the same idea. So the second concept here is going to be looking at it from a regression or progression standpoint. The regression is going to be basically some mobility, with a little more mobility flexibility pieces to target those areas so it's smaller. The progressions are going to be integrated. Okay, one more time for that. The correctives or the regressions would be a down step for everyone, meaning the kick isn't right. Okay, the kick isn't right. What are our options? You see someone's kick isn't right. What do you do? Okay, what do you do? Kick lower, you give them a coaching cue. That was perfect. So most of us try and solve things traditionally, especially with our younger students, with coaching cues. Keep the knee tighter is a coaching cue, right? Jump harder, coaching cue, yes? Does that change them physiologically? No, it only does when the stimulus of the coaching cue is greater than what they can do. Meaning, kick higher, eventually that hip flexor is so weak in the start, this is strengthening for them. Yes? What happens over time?
It's strong.
It got strong, and now it is aerobic. And once it's aerobic, there's no friction. Without any friction, there's no growth. Okay, so we have to go and create enough friction, the right stimulus, to help that grow. So the drill is going to be this. The first person, coach back, we put their probably same thing. All right, it's going to be a hip flexor drill that we're going to have some manual resistance on. So I'm going to go on the ground, and he's going to do right here. I'm going to pull here and then pull back. So you get some resistance. I'm going to try and pull my knee in, focusing here, he's going to pull back on me up here. And now the opposite, I'm going to try and pull. He's going to try and push against it. I'm going to try and push down against that. So one more time, I'm pulling in, focusing on hip flexor here to pull up. Excellent. And then manual back over here. Right? So resistance, is that resistance training?
Yes, sir.
Just because we say resistance, it can be weighted. You can see, you can do this with a dumbbell length, sir. A dumbbell, you can work here, a kettlebell on your foot, a band. It's all resistance. Our body doesn't know the difference between a barbell and a band. It doesn't. So when we think, oh, barbell's going to make me, it's how you do it. That's what matters. The stimulus, the tool, doesn't matter. The body's not like, since using a barbell, let's get a jack. He really means it. It's a band. But what band has less resistance for someone who's advanced, yes? But you take your mom who's in your studio who's haven't been kicking at all, is that band going to fry her up? Yeah, most likely, that's why she makes progress. Who here's ever seen like a program called Couch to 5K? Yeah. For running program. What is that? You live on a couch, and you teach you to run a 5K. Why does it work? They've been on the couch for years, and personally don't lose weight. They haven't done anything, right? That stimulus is hard enough. If I give that to someone else when you got it, it's not going to be enough to make a change. To actually lower your ability to try work. So if you're ever going to get a partner one on the ground, and ground their foot, get a little space, you can do whatever you want, I guess. We'll go on my count. We're going to go on my count, so we're doing this together. Ground your foot. First, we're going to pull it up, so 5 minutes with it, and you go pull it in nice and tight. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, and pause. Now push back, push down. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Good. Now the leg should be extended here. We're going to pull it in. Ready one more time. We're going to pull from the leg extended, pull up. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. Up. And back. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. One more time. Ready? 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000. Up. And down. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000. Good. Switch it to partners. We're not going to do both legs on everything today, just because I want you guys to walk around like a funny snake leg. Alright, from here, leg is extended. This we call an eccentric or a tempo. So the ways we can add difficulty, we can add loading, yes? You add weight, add more resistance. We can also add more time. Meaning, have you ever done a push-up where you lower for like 15 seconds? It's a lot harder than, it's just different. It's a different way to create stimulus in your school. And we don't always have them pieces of equipment, not everyone needs that. That you need resistance. And here we go, on my count, ready? 4 seconds lowering, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, pull it in, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, then push it out, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, then a little harder, 1 or 2, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, ready, back up, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, one more time, ready, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, and down, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, and 4 1,000. Okay, great, from here, so awesome. I get both of those actively trained hip flexors, and they're used in every drill. So if you tell your student, get faster, get stronger, that is a coaching cue. If they are able to do it, they're able to express their ability, that is the expression of their ability. What they can do, they can do it. How do you gain new abilities over time? And you see how we have to add this correct stimulus to your body to make it adapt. On the strengthening piece now, and stronger, everyone, your partner, get one chair and bring it over. I'm going to mess up there. Get one chair and bring it back. So for the next one of the strengthening piece, for rounding, gymnasts, single leg lunging and lunge work is really important for Taekwondo athletes. Bilateral squatting, meaning both legs, is good and important, but transferability to our sport over time becomes a little more diminished there. There's nothing wrong. I love the squat heavy. It's great as far as I have a 32-year-old athlete from Niger. Anyone knows Razak? He's a world champion, 2016 Olympic silver medalist. It's his last go-around to the Olympics. How much Taekwondo training is he getting this like? Go 2 months or 2 months out. How much? He's always injured, right? How heavy are we doing back squats? We don't. Can he score? Yeah, we can make it work, right? It's good. So we're trying to make sure his body works properly for what he does. So we do a lot of single leg strengthening work, puts extra pressure on ankles and Achilles, which being, what is he, 6'9"?
So
Yeah, it's brutal, dude.
I mean, come on, habits was surviving.
Yeah, those joints and the leathers are long, so there's extra pressure on Achilles, ankles, hips, and joints. Okay, so the drill we're going to do is going to be a rear foot elevated split squat. Some people call these Bulgarians, but let's check this. The term is actually a rear foot elevated split squat. There is no science test at the end of this, but just so you know. Here's the difference. Who's done a rear foot split squat before? Probably everyone in this room. And that movement, if you're not familiar, is going to be here. Right? Great movement. What am I lacking if we look at it from a segmented to integrated approach? What is lacking here based on some of the pieces we've spoken about so far? Yes, sir.
Ton of resistance, sir.
Resistance, like I have resistance, the way we can do it, I can add volume, right? Meaning, eventually I'll get to that 1 or 2 reps in reserve. If I do 80 of these, right? So what's the issue with that? Adding volume, especially for older athletes, school owners, me. What's the issue? Overuse, recovery. As you get older, our muscles break down slower and longer. You ever notice that when you're younger? You get sore that way? The young kids are smiling. I'm like, not yet, too young. But it takes a longer time to have the muscles break down. It's a sign of aging, actually. Not bad, it's just what it is. So high volume then means you can't train again. So if you want to train to get better, you have to minimize volume. So then we need 2 things, either intensity in the form of load or resistance or difficulty. Right? Meaning we can stand on top of this and do a pistol, a single leg squat. Eventually the rate of injury becomes high. Right? That's good, it's difficult, you're challenging yourself, but you also might break your neck too. Right? So the 2 ways we can do it here are the eccentric loading or manual resistance against the body. That would be one, or the weight would be the second one. What else is it about us talking about this and being segmented to integrated would be an issue. Again, watch me here. Let's think about it in the prism of transference to Taekwondo and to our students. I'm here, I want to get my leg stronger. So I get a strong leg. What's the issue? I'm here, I'm like, he said to hold some leg load, it's getting stronger. What would be more optimal here? Yes?
You move your standing foot out further.
Okay, I can get more flexibility in that issue. Absolutely, that's one of the things I love to do. Yes?
That's your arms up.
Hold my arms overhead, nailed it. Exactly, it's the thoracic part of our back. True core work is not necessarily just flexion. There's nothing wrong with flexion and extension for the core, but real core, hold a load overhead and everyone pretend you're doing this. Pick your arms up overhead, and it's heavy, heavy. Where does the movement come? It's stability here, right? So it's actually stability and rigidity to be create force and anti-rotation. So try this. We're going to get one person up on the chair, Look back. If you can't do this, a regular lunge in place is totally fine. That would be a regression here. So from here, foot up on the piece. Then we're going to have our arms overhead as if we're holding something here. Put your arms together and try and feel the difference between, I can actually do this first. Give me 3 reps with our arms here. 3 seconds down. Ready? 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, up. Good. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, up. One more time. Up to 2 1,000, 3 1,000, up. Good. Now arms overhead. Feel out the thoracic part of our spine. Get low here. Now go down and keep that position. Go 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, and back up. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, back up. Elbow straight. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, and up. Notice the big difference in how that drill feels now? Absolutely fully integrated, your whole body. Other person up. Here we go, another person on the chair. And here we go, on my count, arms together, ready, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, and up. Good, slowly down, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, up. Ready, in, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, up. Now arms overhead, so we'll hold that way, arms are straight, not bent. Because bent is like when we pull our pelvis and our low back and it stretches off our hamstring. Arms are straight, force that thoracic part of your spine to work. On my count, ready, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, and up. Beautiful, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, and up. One more time, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, and up. Awesome job. We feel the difference there, felt on our body. Same drill, so people think, I have to do split squats. Why isn't that Taekwondo? Why is that transferring like we want? And why is that getting someone better? With some small changes here now creates full body mobility versus it just being weight training. Done correctly, weight training is mobility. Let's try a couple more kicks with your partner again. Fill out a round kick, only try to see if you feel the difference. Move the chair to the side, please. Just throw a few. I saw how much you guys love throwing your hips, so even if you're out to see if you feel a difference, same, better, or worse. Like even though that was a short drill, do we feel the difference in our thing already? Sure should be awesome. So imagine, take that out now, training that over months. The difference is, was that from a coaching cue? Try hard, like, there's a place for that.
This one.
Like, listen to Coach Track's speech, and like the mindset piece, that's why that's so important at the beginning level. Getting kids in state, getting students ready and focused on what to do. You can't skip that step. And at the higher level, because they have that, right, the old method was train your body at the end, focus on the mindset. Right? Now it's mindset, get ready. Now I can get you to do what you want and what you need to do without it breaking you. From here, the next one's going to be axe kick. Alright, so axe kick involves which muscle groups primarily? Who wants to help me out there? Hamstrings, big ones. Where do we have the most fast twitch muscle fibers in our body? Hamstrings, glutes, low back, yes, exactly. Quads, slow twitch fibers. For walking and hiking, we're here, right? With the quads. Who here's torn their quad before? Who here's torn their hamstring or pulled their hamstring? Exactly, you wonder why. How long does it take to heal it? How long time? It's thinking it's the worst. But, at the top, I think this I was talking about this morning, we're up on the axe kick. Where do we lose mobility and only have flexibility? Who knows where in this kick? Where? At the top. We call it the amortization phase. In weightlifting, the idea is you pull on the clean up, the barbell becomes weightless for a fraction of a second, and then it transitions to where you catch. Yes? Same thing axe kick, right? Up, resistance up, weightless where it should be becoming most powerful so we don't gain power here, and then we never gain enough force to come down. It's minimized. So here's going to be a drill. This is going to be a stretch, but it's resistance. It's called P&F stretching. Most people are familiar with this concept, contract and release. So it's great for hamstrings, especially here. With your partners, she could fabric users naked. And I'll bring you back down. Okay, so from here, the test is going to be this first. We're just going to do one leg. So if you want to do the opposite leg of the lunge, or spot move, this leg is going to stay straight. My first thing we're going to do is find our initial spot. So I'm going to push to him where he feels, tell me where you feel tight, and where it feels pretty good. Right there. So notice this point. Right here. It's going to be 5 seconds of pushing. So getting to the end range, he's going to push back on me, not too hard, I'll fly off the stage, but just enough here, and then we'll relax for 5 seconds. We'll do 3 sets. So remember, this is where we started. On my counter, I'm going to push in, ready, and go 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000. I'm going to relax. A little further, set 2, ready? And go 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, just pushing against me, and 5 1000, relax. You do one more time. Ready? A little further now, and go 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, relax. Starting point was here, yes?
Yeah, please.
Significant improvement in range of motion, about 15 seconds, without affecting the established muscle fibers and ability to produce force quickly in the movements. So a significant drill to do and to do. Thank you, sir. So with your partner here, you often use the developer band line run works the same. Go through your partner, one person down the ground. We're going to give them a little manual resistance here for the hamstrings, for the X kick. And we're going to go on my count. So first things first, with straight legs, don't let the knees bend. If your knee bends, then you kill a cat. I don't need the rules. That's what happens. Okay, here, find that starting point. On my count, push back against them, give them some resistance, and go. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, relax. Good, a little further on set 2, go. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, relax. Good, last one, further now, right on my count, go. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, and relax. Go back to the starting spot where you were. Keep that leg out, show the starting spot. Now take it all the way back, push it all the way. Show me the improvement. There we go, awesome, and relax. And switching partners, we'll talk about it in a second. So technically, this part, while it is resistance, part of it is a regression. We're getting someone ready to strengthen the muscles. This will be strengthening, but it's not ideal to connect. From here, find that starting point where it's tight. Show me where it's tight.
Let's check. More teacher.
Remember that spot. Now let's go. Push on and ready and go. 1 1000, 2 1000, push back 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, relax. Make sure if your legs up, you're trying to push down with your hamstrings. And set 2, go. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, and relax. Very good. Third one more time. Further now and go. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, relax. Go back to where you started. Find that initial test spot. Now push it all the way back. Don't fight against it now. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Awesome. Very good. And relax everyone, stand up. Okay, great. So that piece there would technically be more of a regression, even though there is resistance in that. It doesn't mean it's passive, right? It's going to be hard. There is resistance in there, but there are some limiters. It is hard to load up super hard on that. The movement we're going to focus on next is going to be a single leg deadlift. Really great to do for a lot of reasons. The piece is going to go from here. If you're injured, I'm going through my injury checklist. Keep the back foot on the ground. We call it a staggered stance deadlift. Arms across your chest, back is flat. It's here, it's where the hamstring is tight, and then back up. Right? So over time, there'll be a single leg deadlift here, down, and up. As you get more comfortable, it'll go down all the way and up. So what we want, again, if mobility is resistance training, I can go up in weight, or what should be using a bigger focus for our students? Increasing what? Range of motion with tension. Yes, that is mobility, right? So if I'm here and I'm like, Coach, I got it, it's 135. But got muscle strong, you can't kick any above the kneecap. Like, awesome axe kick, bro. So I want to be able to get it where it's here, and it's weighted, and we're here. So the hamstring now is doing all the work, my back is flat, and it is up. So now not only do I have the range of motion we created, but I have power at the range. And now it's really good kicked. Now no one wants to get by you. So give a little section, give a little space where we can hold the partner here. Let's have first person up so we don't have everyone kick each other. On my count, all you need to choose either staggered stance, deadlift.
L.
Back is flat, hips go back. The cue I give is it's like your hips are going to go back like we have groceries, and I close the car door with your butt. Yes, sir?
When do you stop?
When you stop kicking, stop the movement. I would say when you stop the movement, when either the muscle is going to be tight and feel that stretch. Again, we're talking about reps in reserve, where you're going to feel maximal tension here, there, or if you're going to feel like you're rounding the back. So the other one would be, if I'm here, I can go lower, go real low. What's the transference there? And who cares? Nothing, right? So that answer your question? Yes. Thank you, sir. So again, that's a really good question. It'll be low. If I'm here and I feel tight, this is my current range, meaning my mobility is there. My flexibility will go past that. But who cares? That doesn't hurt anyone, right? So it's going to be here, down, I can keep going here, it'll be up. And what are the ways I can create additional stimulus to that? What are the ways we can create progression? Add what? What can I add? I've got this good. Eventually, this becomes aerobic and it's no longer strong. I can do 100 of these, right? Wait, resistance, right? Slow the tempo. 5 seconds down. 1, right? We can add difficulty, complexity, time, resistance. All these pieces work. They're all progression. Not just weight, but they are resistance pieces. First person up on my count. It's going to be a 3-second lowering and then up. On my count, ready, person once. Go, ready and down. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, up. Go ahead, ready again, number 2, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, up. Then feel the hamstring, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, up. Watch me here, eyes on me real quick. Head, shoulder, hip, and ankle move together so there's no broken piece. It should be here ideally together, right? So it's the same line the whole way. Question, sir?
The supporting leg, do you want it straight or bent?
Should be straight, but not hyper-extended, meaning not like this, like a dancer's leg where they do this. It should be slightly bent and fixed. So it should be little to no movement. Yes, sir? Hips. Hips?
Square.
A square neck. I saw how 2 of the faults I've seen already were broken or our bodies turning. That'll come up next. Let's try other person up. Thank you, sir. Other person up. Stagger stance or single leg. The hamstring isn't pulling up on my count. Ready? And let's go. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Up. Good. And down. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. The hamstring pulls you up. 2. Good. And down. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Hamstring. 3. Give me one more time. Ready? 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, and up. Okay, very good. Everyone did good with that. We can also add complexity. So I have a couple little challenge pieces we'll throw in, even though we're getting towards the end. This one's going to be a single deadlift to a hip airplane. So can you create rotational control under tension? Here's the drill. Slowly down here, and I'll show the other side too. Now on the hip airplane, I'm going to rotate open with my hips, back in, and stand. You see how difficult that is. But so even without creating the extra load, I can create additional stimulus by making the challenge. Make sense? So let's try that. It's going to be down here. Once you get to that position, the hips open up, back in, and stand. I'm going to try that.
Let's get it. The fancy or this stuff, but
You know, how they say.
Spin it okay. Right? So you feel it. Absolutely. I just want to mess with it real quick. If you have trouble with the hip airplane on a chair, it's great. Like you can practice furious the walls. It's great.
Thanks. Okay. Also, yeah, sorry.
Okay, awesome. Last thing we're going to do now is going to be for any side turning, back kick. We can keep going down the chain for all of these, but I want to make sure the main principles we give. Again, that mobility training is resistance training, right? We can increase volume or we can increase intensity. And the issues with increasing volume, once you have it, the stimulus stops working as well. Again, think of you, to get tired from push-ups, how many push-ups do you need to do? A lot probably, right? Bench press, how many? Same movement. Same movement, right? Same plane. One is adding resistance. So that's just the principle of how that works. The last one here we're going to do is going to be in the lateral range here for side kick, tuck kick, back kick. We'll put them together. It's going to be a half kneeling adductor rock back stretch. The same idea that we have hip flexors that are undertrained. The abductors and adductors in our body. Anyone ever had a strain or a tear here? They are nasty. They are horrible. You don't forget it. They keep you out of Taekwondo for a long time. Actually drain the energy bunts because they compensate so much. So the warm-up piece or the corrective regressions here, getting someone ready to be half kneeling, meaning one knee is here, one leg is out. The drill is a small target, so you won't feel it big. It's right in this area here. I'm going to come my chest forward. I sit back here. You'll feel the stretch start to come here. And I come forward. Come back and forward. Pretty simple, but over time, it's a little further, right? Creating a little extra tension, right? A little extra stress here. Not crazy, but enough to grow. So back here, hold there. You should feel that and forward. So let's get on our knees. Go down. We'll all do this one together. Get one leg out. We'll try both sides. As you go, all you guys to start with it, start with your knee underneath, basically like a little closer to 90. As we do every rep, we'll slowly increase. Okay, to do it as you progress. So on my count, ready, 1, rock back, and forward. Go back to 10. That's good. Open up a little more. And 2, a little more forward. And 3, a little more forward. And 4, a little more forward. And 5. Awesome. Other leg. Here we go. And down. Good. And down. And 1. And up. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. So that's the abductor in there. We're going to add this what we call seated hip mobility. This is probably number 2. I call it non-negotiable mobility movements for Taekwondo. Everyone struggles with it. I have had, Olympians, world shit, doesn't matter. Everyone gets cooked by this because you have to do it in a proper way for it to work. From here, we did the pigeon stretch earlier, right? We did the lateral work. So we're going to start putting those together. Because turning is what? Like back kick, back toe kick. Hip rotation, core stability, and anti-rotation. From here, this is all along if you want. Front leg's going to come in, back leg's going to be here. I get my hips to open. Here, over, and down. It's pretty easy. Yeah? Try that. You try up and over. And then we'll talk about how long that is.
Arms in front.
Arms in front, please. Try it. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so everyone's like, yeah, pretty easy. Why is there no transference in that drill?
Yeah.
We're missing the integration of it. We're missing the integration of this part. So here's the difference. 2 pieces happen that are compensatory, meaning we're compensating here to not get the change. Because those muscles are underused, we're going to muscles that we can do to get through it. If that's the case, how do you gain new muscles? How do you get new ability? All right, so here's what we're going to do. Feet are in close. The thoracic part of my spine has to stay up here. Now that I unlock this first leg, I'm going to try and stay as tall as I can, tall, and you'll see me start to dip. Because this rotates and curls, that's the fight. Up, over, now stay tall. Up, over, and down. Try that now. We'll talk about the second compensation that happens. Right? A lot harder. Who feels the middle of their back burning? Yeah, that part that gets never trained because we compensate around it. Right? So this is, at this level, is this resistance training for your back and your hips? Yes, if you feel that, yeah, there is. Eventually, that'll go away if you get better. The compensation number 2 is this, so I stay tall. Who can see what I'm doing to compensate? I'm not here. I'm like, this is my thoracic coach, it's great. You're right, your feet are out. So it's heels in close, like a ninja star. Superior is this, heels in close. Inferior is this. Superior is rotating through here. Inferior, that's a little trouble. Kick side. Okay, so let's try that one more time. We'll do 4 total, 3 each side. Let everybody up as 1, rotate over, stay tall. And down, good. Other direction, and 2, stay tall. Go up, over, back, and down. Good, heels in close, don't let them out. And 3, unlock the knee, up, over, stay as tall as you can, fight for it, come on. Up and down, one more time on each side. Ready, and 4, go, up, over, back, and down. Awesome, and relax. Excellent. So you feel the difference in how those 2 pieces affect each other. But if we take that and kind of extrapolate it out, I want to do back to the kick now, right? If I now can't compensate my thoracic here, having around my power is muted, right? Or I can't get my feet close enough here, the range of motion is muted. So either way now, you're like, why does this person who's so strong have a kick that I'm so unafraid of? Right? There's an initiative so we can solve it, isolate it. Everyone on your feet, please. Here we go. It's going to be a lateral lunge. So now here's the strengthening piece. The lateral lunging, we'll talk about integrating, and we'll call it a Cossack squat. Get those feet wide here. It's going to be the front heel going to unlock. We're trying to get down this position. What I want to try and avoid, or where you'll see people starting, is this, right? Coach, on the lateral lunges. Great. What are the issues here?
The hip bend.
Yeah, it's not a great range of motion. So weighted resistance here, if I have weight, come on, sir. Go flip down. Stand here and watch. Pretend to use my dumbbell on this problem. Push on my shoulders down now. Push down. Right? Am I going to increase my range of motion here from the weight of the load? Resistance? Yeah, absolutely. So appropriate load making, sir, is important. Otherwise, just my body weight, instead of gravity stays the same. So everyone needs to get gravity generally is the same. I hope so, right? But my body weight is more or less the same. How do I progress from body weight training then?
What?
Same issue? Only more volume. Do 80 of them, eventually I'm like, okay, I'm getting there. But what was the issue with volume? Was recovering adaptation. So looking for some resistance pieces helps minimize volume, speeds up the process, and helps you keep training. And in a training session in your school, I get no one has an hour and a half to do this. You got to kick at other things you're doing. So you have to be able to do it acutely and focused, make the right progress. Should it make sense?
Sure.
From here, lateral positive squat. From here, unlock the split. I'm going to bring this hip back. My chest stays upright. So that's going to be this one. So pivot here. This is going to come forward and follow me down as low as you can get with your chest upright here. And back up and pushing on this leg. So coming up, I don't want to see this. I saw it here. To the side. What comes up first? Hips. So my leg's not doing right, not doing anything, right? Here. That's not. On my count, let's go 5 times left. Ready? And go down. Now, 1, and try and get this hamstring to touch your calf. And 2, so now try to get this calf, the right calf touch the floor. And 3, and that's making your hamstrings and the base leg touch the floor. And 4, last one's the challenge. If you can do this, you get a big high five. You're gonna go down, sit on the ground here, and back up. Who can do this? Try it. Go down, all the way down, chin up. Very good. But think about it. Getting down here, this is the stretch. We do this more stretch. We do all this stuff. It says flexibility. Can they get out of that position? So what do they lack? Mobility, which is their powers. And they go, why can't that kick work like you want it? Can we start to make that connection? Let's pull it leg on, pick it up. Other side, here we go. Ready? 5 times. Ready? And 1, down.
7 foot.
Go up and up. Good. Chest up. 2, try to touch your hamstring to your calf. Good. 3, try to touch your left calf to the ground. 4, now that base hamstring to the ground. Try to get there. And now, drop like it's hot. Here we go. Down, pick them up. I can't sit right. I can't do right. You got it. Right? Okay. So take it one more time. A little more challenging. We can add weight. We're going to add complexity here in the eccentric, meaning the lowering. So from here, it's going to be single leg balance. So we start with the knee up. We're going to go out here to catch all the way to the bottom, and then back up here to total stability. Okay, so a little bit of a challenge for you guys. If that was too much the first time, please stay where you're at. Meaning, feet out here and just rock through it. On my count, here we go. Knee up nice and tall. Go down. We're going to go down. The lowering is gravity in our body weight will be additional resistance for us. On my count, ready to get 1. Down and pop, push off fast. That's right, pushing up and around in one position. 2, chest up, pop. Good. No high hips. High hips in here, I want us here. 3. Good. A little deeper now, trying to get deeper. 4. Catch. Good. And 5. Good, other side. Here we go, ready. Right leg up. And 1. Hey, watch this. Try to avoid this. I'm doing good. Try to avoid this. Foot, then lower, right? I want the body weight to be the impediment here that I come down. Also, resistance is all on there. If you can do it. Ready? And 2. Down. Up, push up. And 3.
So, like,
2 more times. And 4. Push. And 5. Awesome. Okay. Now go throw a bunch of back hook kicks. I'm kidding over here. 2 rows of that. Okay. Last one. I think it's, you want to read at time?
Time, yes, sir.
I think we're time. Okay. I have so much more to cover with you guys. You guys are awesome. Questions here for me before we hop. And I'll be available in the lobby. Yes, sir.
But quick question.
Yes, sir.
I know we all have those students that are very flexible.
Yes.
They lack strength.
Yes, sir.
Simply can't create any tension.
Yes, sir.
Any simple body weight exercises that we should focus to help them develop some.
Great question. For most of these people in the beginning, muscle contractions come from our nervous system, right? Our brains and electricity from our brain to our body to make contractions, which is why we take it around the hamstring drill. Hamstrings are for fast twitch muscle fibers and sprinting. The P&F stretch helps minimize the sending of the recruitment of muscle fibers, right? So that's the idea there. So for beginners, they don't do any of that. 3 M's: motor control, movement mastery, and muscle endurance. So to get to the reps and reserve range we want for kids, Coach Kraft, what is the squat test you use for your kids?
So, wall sit.
Wall sit, muscle endurance. Because at first you're like, yeah, and eventually it starts to fire. They have to now have their brain work with their body. So they earn intensity. Volume in the beginning is all they can work with. They don't have the limit fast. They don't have power. So it's muscle endurance. There, a bunch of squats, like 6 seconds of squats. For an advanced athlete, it'll be too low of the stimulus, most likely. But for beginners, muscle endurance and volume actually work. Because they have no variance. We're not doing squats and pistols and this. They're smoked. Give that kid 60 seconds of squats. First 30 seconds, they're like, sir, I don't get it. This is done. And 30 seconds, they're like, that is reps in reserve. That is mechanical tension failure. That is what drives muscle growth. That happens. Again, the spectrum is they had to do a whole crap ton of work to get there. Right? So for us, I don't want to do a whole bunch of jump falling. I want to make that rep in reserve hit to where even if it's lifting, it's this rep. You've all done this, right, with the curl. It's good. What happens next? Get there spotted. Yeah. That's the growth rep. I might be able to crank out 1 or 2 more, right? What do we say the modern science research shows on muscle growth? Reps in reserve around 1 to 4 reps. If probably squeak out 1 to 4 more there, you got it. Cool? Thanks, sir.